Hi everyone, it's Sunday, September 29th, and I am here to do our astrological rune pulls for the week and see what we have in store for us this first week of October. We just had yesterday our new moon for the end of September. And remember that today, tomorrow, and Tuesday, we still have the energy of the new moon, although now it's dissipating. And we'll be going into our new moon phases. Okay? So we'll just dive right in and let's pick one for Aries, okay? So I have my runes over here. And of course, I'm looking away to not cheat. And the rune that we have here is Taurus. Taurus is right side up, and Taurus represents Thor's hammer. Because it's right side up, it's less chaotic than if it was upside down. But since it's right side up, it still has a little chaos to it because Taurus is unexpected change. And just because it's unexpected, we already feel a little bit chaotic because humans don't like change. We don't like surprises, except if they're good ones. But it also has a very protective feeling to it because, well, it's Thor's hammer. And what does Thor's hammer do? It's Thor's weapon and protection and protects other people. So it's very protective, but it's also unexpected change. So be prepared for that, Aries. And remember, change can also be good, but when it's unexpected, sometimes it feels like a little bit of a bitch slap from the universe. So we may feel a little bit like, whoa, where did that come from? And it can take a little bit out of us, okay? Now let's move on to Taurus. What do we have for Taurus now? Okay, Taurus, we have Wunyo, but reversed. Wunyo is, when it's right side up, represents happiness. But Wunyo is upside down, which doesn't necessarily mean you're not happy or happiness isn't for you. But it could mean that it feels like it's just outside of your fingertips. Like you can see happiness, you can smell it. You know it's right around the corner, but you can't grasp it yet. So I'm going to turn this around for you to try to bring it right to us. Here we can put right at the bottom of Ganesha's feet and focus on happiness, grasping that happiness for you, Taurus. Okay? All right. Now we have Gemini, our twins out there. This is the symbol of Othela for house and home. It also is reversed. So Gemini, this could mean that you are doing renovations for your house. You'd be fixing something up with your house. There could be something going wrong with your house. Maybe there's a leak in the roof. Maybe there's a leak in the plumbing. It can also represent family and can mean that there's some type of a conflict within your family. Uncle Joe wants to do it this way, but Cousin Betty wants to do it that way. And there's a little bit of a conflict there. Again, I'm going to flip this right side up so that we can have those conflicts or whatever is going on with your actual dwelling, the house, that we can have that go more smoothly for you. Okay? All right, next we have Cancer. What do the runes have to say for Cancer? Now, Cancer, you have the rune Rido. Rido actually represents travel, long distance travel. So this can mean that maybe you have a trip coming up this week and you know that it will go smoothly because Rido is in the right side, right upright position. It's right side up. This often means long distance travel, not just driving to the next state, but flying over water. That's what it used to mean, but now flights can be long and not necessarily over water. So that is Rido for our Cancers. So pack your bags and be ready to go. Everything should go really smoothly with that, okay? Now we have our Leos. And also be sure to leave me some comments down below if you're liking this channel, the content, if you have any suggestions. I'm open to all of that. Okay, Leo, you have Hagalas. Hagalas is non-reversible and represents the hailstorm. So the hailstorm means it can come in as fast as it can leave as fast as it comes in. It's a storm that whips up. I always like to compare it to Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz, like the tornado, even though I know it's not a hailstorm, it's a tornado. Be patient with me. It can mean that out of the blue, something comes up, a situation comes up. It rips the trees out from the roots and breaks off branches, and hail is pelting you in the face. And as you can see, it's non-reversible. So this is something that you can't avoid. It is a chaotic situation that kind of just pops up, and it can knock us off our feet. It can be that unexpected thing that kind of leaves you like, whoa, what just happened here? You often feel like life is happening to you instead of you being in control. So you feel helpless. But the big thing here is remember that as soon as it comes, it leaves. It's very fast. And also those hail pellets that are left behind are mineralized and electrolyzed. Oh, there goes my English. Electrified? No, charged. They're charged with negative ions coming through the atmosphere. And as the sun comes out and melts that hail, it nourishes all the shoots that are underneath the ground that haven't popped their heads up yet. So when you look back on the chaotic situation, when you look back on that hailstorm, you were like, oh, now I know why it happened. I'm so glad that it happened. But in the middle of it, you are not glad that it's happening. But you will be soon. Okay, Virgo. All right, let's see what we have for Virgo. Virgo just recently had their birthday month. Okay, Virgo, you have Ansus, again, reversed. Ansus is the rune of communication. When Ansus is backwards or upside down like it is now, I tend to think of it like Mercury retrograde. We love Mercury retrograde, right? But it's when you might send an email to the wrong person, or maybe the email doesn't get there and it was time sensitive. You left a very important document in the copying machine and the wrong person found it. It can be anything like that. It's normally some type of lack of communication or bad communication, like misunderstandings. Okay? So Virgo, be really careful and focused before you send anything or before you say anything. Be very careful about things you say on the heat of the moment or when you're feeling an extreme emotion. I'm gonna turn that around for you so we can maybe eradicate those situations of bad communication. All right, next we have Libra. We're about to leap into Libra's month. I guess we're technically in Libra now. My dad was a Libra, 19th of October. All right, let's see. Libra. What kind of message do we have for you, Libra? Okay, Libra, you have Isa. Isa is non-reversible and it means ice. It's very similar to Hagalas, where when the ice melts, it's going to nourish all those plants that haven't come through the surface yet. So it's exciting because it's got a lot of nourishment. But Isa represents the winter and when things are iced over. And when it seems like nothing is happening, the animals are hibernating, everything's iced over, humans are inside, it looks like nothing's going on. So this can indicate when you feel that you have so much you want to move forward, but it doesn't seem like it's moving forward. And it can be frustrating, but it's the illusion of nothing happening. Because even on an iced over mountain, there's bears that are hibernating. There are trees that are recycling and getting ready for the springtime. The rivers may be iced over, but maybe they're flowing underneath. So even though it appears like nothing's happening, behind the scenes, those little baby shoots are getting ready to poke their heads through the surface of the dirt. So this is very important for us to remember that even if it feels like nothing's moving forward in your life, it is. Okay, next we have Scorpio. Our scorpions out there. And I have my dog's hair all over the place. Let's see. Okay, Scorpio. Oops, sorry. Scorpio, you have Nothies, and it's in the upright position. Nothies is the rune of self-sacrifice. In this position, it's much easier than if it was reversed. This is representing you wanting something and being willing to give it up. Being willing to give up something in order to get what you want. You've probably heard me say this before, but for example, you want to work out and be healthier and eat better food because you want to just, live a healthier life. Well, this is you giving up the time from Netflix to go to the gym. This is you giving up your Hostess cupcakes so that you can eat kale salads. But this is your decision and your willingness, so you feel like you're in control. You decided to do this. Where if it was upside down, it would be meaning that it was happening to you. You were being forced, even though it may be something that's positive for you. Okay? So Scorpio, be prepared to give up something to manifest something else in your life, okay? Next we have Sagittarius, my fellow Sagittarius. Okay, Sag, this is Perth. Perth represents the womb or the gambling cup. Perth reversed, which this is, means in the gambling cup sense, this is not a good time to take a chance. Wait, don't do that this week. It's not a good time. As the womb, it can mean that you're not fully connected with the universe. And because as the womb, it represents as above, so below. The universe is reflected within us, in our cells, in our eyes, in our intuition. So as all of the knowledge, all the known and unknown are out there in the universe, it's within us as well. But this is not acknowledging that. Separating ourselves from all the known and unknown. Kind of feeling like we're separated. Where right side up, it's more the connection. This is more the disconnect. Can also be, again, not a time to take a chance. I'm going to turn this right side up for us so we can maybe focus on that connection, that we are connected to the entire collective whole and the information that's out there, and to listen to your intuition. Okay? Next we have Capricorn. Let's see what Capricorn's message is for this week. And again, if you're not following me on Facebook or Instagram, it's the same account name, Kenaz Readings by Crystal. I do full readings for Russian Gypsy cards and runes, and I can create a reading for any budget. But through midnight tonight, I do have a 3 for 2 special. Buy 2 readings, get 3 to use over the next 3 months. Okay, Capricorn. Getting a lot of reversed runes today. Capricorn, this is Kenaz, just like in my account name, my channel name, Kenaz Readings by Crystal, because this is my rune. This is for K or C. It is reversed. Kenaz is the rune of evolution and knowledge. So when it's upside down, it could mean that somebody is keeping information that you need to know. You are missing information. It might mean that these people are holding it back from you, not necessarily maliciously, because maybe they just don't know you need that information. Or it could be that they are holding it back because they are covering their own rear ends. They don't want to get in trouble. Maybe they are hiding something else. But this is important for you to know, Capricorn. So I'm going to put this again right side up. So maybe you can have access to this information that you desperately need. What should you do now? Should you go snooping through people's Facebooks and go stalking? And no. Be more sensitive to the information around you. Now that you know that you're missing information that you need, if you're more sensitive to it and you know this, you're already ahead of the game. Knowledge is power. And now you're in the knowledge of knowing that you're missing something and you can be looking out for it. Okay? All right, next we have Aquarius. We have our last two signs here, Aquarius and Pisces. Okay, Aquarius. Lots of reversed runes. That's interesting. I wonder if it has something to do because it was the new moon. Uruz is reversed, and Uruz represents strength and health. So to my Aquarians, I tell you, it's a change of season. We're going from summer to fall. Temperatures are dropping. Some of us are going back to school or starting school or going into a new phase of life. Very important that we take care of ourselves, because this in this position means a lowering of the immune system, feeling run down, feeling weak. We feel we're more susceptible to getting sick. So once again, I'm going to turn it around so that we can gather our strength. Like, focus on the superfoods. Try to add cacao to your milkshakes. Try to put turmeric in your casserole that you're making today. Coconut oil instead of butter, which I love butter, so. But try to include like extra superfoods to boost your immune system, okay? Now, last but not least, we have Pisces. Let's see what Pisces has. Not last, because I will pull a collective rune. Okay, Pisces. Oh, okay, wow. Okay, you heard, I was mixing it up. The chances of me pulling the same rune in the same position are very nil. But there we are. So Pisces, you and Aquarius have the same message of the weakness, the not feeling healthy, the feeling run down, feeling vulnerable. So again, I'm going to turn this around, and I'm really amazed that we got that same rune in the same position, because I always mix them up really well. So be sure to take care if anybody has Aquarians or fish around. You might want to make them some chicken noodle soup. Okay, last but not least, this time for sure, is our collective rune. I like to pull a rune that everybody can tap into. Now remember, even if the rune wasn't for you, you could listen to all of these runes, and there's a message for everybody in every single sign. So even if you're an Aries, maybe you got something out of the Scorpio message, right? Because we all have rising signs and descending signs, and I'm not really that big into the details of astrology, but anything that resonates with you, be sure to go that way, okay? Okay. All right, our collective rune is Tewaz. Tewaz is reversed. Tewaz is a warrior rune to tell you that you are on your path when it's this way. But it's not this way, it's this way. So this is telling us as a collective that we're not following our intuition. We're not following our path. Our path is like, it's a warrior rune because if you are a Native American warrior and you have to go defend your land, you slap on the war paint, you jump up on your horse, you grab your tomahawk and you go and you say charge, and you know what to do. You know you're gonna get there and you're gonna fight for your land and you're gonna do what warriors do. Well, when it's the other way, it's not knowing or not being on your path. So it could be your life's path or your career path. Collectively, maybe we don't feel we are where we need to be. This is a change from new moon, new month, new season. So it's easy for us to feel like, whoa, there's a lot of changes going on. I'm not quite sure I'm where I'm supposed to be. And it's questioning that. Maybe you're in a job just for the money and it's not something you enjoy. Because being on your path is where you get spiritual fulfillment. So I'm turning that right side up so we can focus on that and listen to our intuition. What feels good? What is our gift in life? Often your path in life is connected to your gift in life. Okay? All right, I'm gonna end this here, but I wanna thank everyone for being here. If you like the messages from today, please feel free to share this video on your Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, WhatsApp, whatever. Get the name out there. Kenaz Readings by Crystal. If you would like a full reading, contact me privately. Again, I read the runes and the Russian gypsy cards. I have readings for all budgets. And until midnight tonight, I have a 3-for-2 special. Buy 2 readings and have 3 that you can use as gifts or over the next few months. If you just want to thank me with a donation for enjoying the content and just kind of giving me a thumbs up and saying, hey, I like what you're doing, for as little as a $5 donation, I will give a complimentary reading. Okay? You can buy me a cup of coffee. You can buy me a bottle of wine. But I always like to keep the energy flowing and give you something back for it. Okay? Every little bit is important to me to keep my channels and pages running. Okay? So happy fall, happy almost October, and happy new moon, everyone. Sending you lots and lots and lots of love and light.